All right, that's good enough. Put this in my pocket now.
From being in your pocket.
All right, we are walking, getting our exercise, our daily vigorous aerobic exercise, bringing you an important message. Why not? While we're out in the country, we may or may not see a car. Actually, I did see 2 cars earlier, and I go sometimes an entire day without seeing a car on this road.
They're hunters. There's state game lands up this way.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hunt fruits and vegetables here.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We're vegan, in case you didn't know.
All right, so what's the title of this video? Why do you not care? Do you care enough about yourself to eat the right foods? That's it, okay? Because it's 2024. I think we know what to eat, Denise, right? Do you think people know? We've had a lot of conversations with people. No?
People don't know what to eat.
What?
They still think that chicken is healthy.
Okay, but still, even if we get into a conversation with them and we talk with them, a common thing is, well, you don't understand. I've been around for how many decades? 50, 60, 70 years. I'm not changing anything.
Yeah, like they're too old to change, and they've been fine so far, so why make drastic course corrections now? Everyone knows you're supposed to eat your vegetables, but most people don't know that you can thrive on fruits and vegetables.
Right. Well,
Whole grains, nuts, seeds, legumes.
I also think I did a video. I don't think you saw it, Denise. Basically saying that staying healthy is simple, and I outlined a few basic things like how animal protein causes cancer in humans. According to Harvard University, 95% of people every day don't get enough fiber. You can only get fiber in plants, not animal products. So 2 reasons to not eat animal products: cancer-causing protein and no fiber, right? And then there's
3 reasons. Animal products have cholesterol in them.
Yeah, but dietary cholesterol that's not as easy to prove, okay? But the one thing you can prove is high fat. So including any kind of plant or vegan foods, nuts, seeds, avocados, processed foods that are high percentage calories or fat, gotta stay below 20. So that's simple. It's really simple to eat. So basically you got to eat.
Why? Because that causes heart disease.
And raises your blood cholesterol, which causes...
and puts you at risk for diabetes.
Which is type 2, and then type 3 is Alzheimer's and dementia. And there's all kinds of autoimmune diseases you can get as well. Almost all of these are non-communicable diseases, and non-communicable diseases are because of the food you eat. There's no getting around it. You have to be caring. And that's why I called the video this. You have to care about yourself. You have to love yourself to want to do this, first of all. That's a big problem. A lot of people, unfortunately, don't seem to like their lives. I think that has a lot to do with this.
Yeah, they use food as entertainment, because if they hate their job, at least they can enjoy a meal. But you can enjoy your meal without eating a bunch of unhealthy stuff.
Okay, and what were you saying earlier about why? You said that some people you think are not changing their foods to more fruits and vegetables, as we're saying, because of what? They're going to hate eating?
Yeah,
or it's going to be disgusting? Or
they enjoy food, and they think that they'll lose all the pleasure of eating if they switch to just healthy stuff.
But that's okay. I said this many times, and I need to keep saying it. I don't claim that your taste buds are going to explode in the same manner as the engineered, processed, or even
products.
Yeah, they're not, because those are designed scientifically to hijack your taste buds. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. We've all been sold this idea that this is what food tastes like and it has to be like this. It's not. What you have to do is get away from that. And once you do, and you've successfully removed yourself from that paradigm, you'll find, like us we do, and we still talk about this, right? I mean, is there anything better than a super ripe pineapple? Like a super ripe, like super yellow.
No, that's one of my favorite fruits.
and that's because it tastes great. Some people say, oh, well, yeah, all ripe fruits are, or they just have more sugar. That's why you like it. No, it's more than that. Ripe fruits are designed to be eaten by humans. Unripe fruit is like not even fit for human consumption. There's like a totally different side of a coin there, right? And most people don't even eat ripe fruit, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. It's so hard to find ripe pineapple, right?
Yeah, and most people are accustomed to eating a high amount of salt or sodium, And it takes a couple of weeks for your taste buds to adjust to eating stuff that doesn't have added salt. But once you do, everything tastes good. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you go, wow, but it's better for you. You're not going to get heart disease.
So back. Wait, hold on a second.
It's red.
It says 5:50, so we're still going. Sorry about that. A phone call came in. I probably should turn off the calling. Wasn't there a feature for that? There's a way to turn it off. Yeah.
I don't know.
I need to do that. Sorry about that. Anyway, you got to live an active lifestyle like this, and these things happen. It's just the way it goes. This is the real world that we're living in. So we're trying to get you guys to make sure, and if you understand this, what Denise and I were talking before the video, great. Share this video with somebody else who doesn't understand it, because it's very simple, and you've got to get out of that. And the only way you're going to do it, I think, is if you. Sorry, my nose is running. It's cold up here on the top of the mountain. Is if you care about yourself enough. Okay? I think that a lot of people just don't care about themselves enough to want to do that.
Right.
They're really, in a way, even though it's not conscious, they're prioritizing their taste buds over everything else in their lives. And the reason why is because they don't care enough about themselves or love themselves enough. If this is the problem, if you see this, let me know in the comments. I definitely think this is an issue as well.
So I was on our health optimization cruise in January, and we were passing out vegan desserts. I think it was my strawberry cake. I was ordering another slice, and someone said,
Compliant with the Healthy Vegan Food Standard,
Yeah.
healthyveganfood.info for more information.
Yeah, so the cake had no added sugar, oil, or salt, no animal products.
And it was a layer cake, multi-layer vanilla and strawberry cake.
Yeah, it was really pretty. But one lady looked at it and she said, "Oh, I lost all of my instinct for grabbing sweets when I gave up sugar." So sugar's not good for you. Refined sugar, it's inflammatory.
It hijacks the taste buds, right? All these things do.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
And so this brings up another concept, all right? The concept of addiction. A lot of people say that people aren't addicted to these things. Of course they're addicted to them. This is the hallmark of someone who's an addict, is denial. They'll constantly lie and say, "Oh, this doesn't exist," and you know, I can stop whenever I want, and all this other stuff, right?
But sugar will hijack your taste buds. Even those sugars will make your brain go crazy because it's not.
Yeah, it's like a mild cocaine.
Nothing in nature was designed to be that sweet, so our brains don't know what to do with that stuff once it gets it.
Yep.
And artificial sweeteners can actually turn to fat when your body doesn't recognize something as food.
Artificial.
Yeah. When you ingest a substance that your body doesn't recognize as food, from what I've researched, it turns to fat. So watch out for artificial stuff. We avoid it.
Yes. So if this is news to you, give us a thumbs up, or even if it's not, even if you disagree with it, or you want to try to do better, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel here, please. Also, since you're watching on YouTube, because it's the only place we can do these lives to a bigger audience anyway, in the bottom right corner, I think, is a super thanks. You can tip us to measure it with the amount of value you're getting from this video, so we'd really appreciate that. And subscribe, and like we said, another thing Denise mentioned is our health optimization cruise. We have that every year now. It's an annual event in January, the coldest months of the year. We take a cruise down to the Caribbean. So it's a lot of fun. Everything meets our healthy vegan food standard. If you don't know what that is, that's taking care of yourself. That's caring enough to take care of yourself, okay? It's the best you can do. And unfortunately, I just had this discussion with a friend yesterday, who I hadn't talked to in a while. It's still, in 2024, we're in this paradigm where if you go out somewhere, you're gonna injure your health. Like anywhere you go, anywhere except for the health optimization cruise, right?
Yeah.
That's it. And for 2025, we are gonna have not only cooked healthy vegan food, but also the option of up to fully 100% raw healthy vegan foods as well. Because just because it's raw doesn't mean it's good for you. As we discussed earlier, high percentage of calories and fat, oils, salts, you find it in raw prepared foods. Unfortunately, not in ours, okay? So you can either do 100% guaranteed every single dish and every single meal for you. In a private dining area, it will be raw, or just mix and match, whatever you want to do. So that's a lot. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Where else can you find that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it because I want to eat a lot. I may even eat fully raw this time. I don't know. And we see a lot more people that are into this now too. A lot of people who have been into what, the old school OG whole food plant-based WFPB stuff, and that's my license plate, by the way, has no universal definition, unfortunately, which is why we developed Healthy Vegan Food Standard. But they don't even understand raw, a lot of these folks. But I think this is the next thing, right? I mean, we're eating so many more raw fruits and vegetables, fruits mainly nowadays. And I feel better. I don't know how you are, but when I go back to regular eating, I feel worse.
Yeah. A friend of mine said he ate a banana or 2 bananas recently and hadn't eaten them in a long time, and he felt this jolt of energy, and he thought it was from the potassium. And I said, no, Chiquita sold us on the potassium. Actually, there are green leafy vegetables that have more potassium than a banana, but it is a good source of potassium.
Yeah.
I said what happened was you probably ingested a living food, and that's what happens. It gives you energy because it's alive.
Yep. All right. Well, anyway, so let's get back. I think we're gonna turn around here because this is a little bit of a hill, and we're gonna do another hike, a longer hike, later on today in a more unfamiliar area. I guess we like to explore, right?
Yeah.
Go to different areas that we haven't been to. I mean, this is for a regular hike. This is nice because it's double wide here. We can talk. We can do other things. You don't have to worry about tripping over rocks for the most part, and you still get a good view at the end. So, all right. So we hope if you're watching this that you do care enough about yourself. I know that I see people out there that really do care in this space, but people in the space that we're in here, longevity and health span, are a super tiny fraction of the population,
Yeah. I know a lot of people who care because they think that getting healthier means going to the gym, and I have to talk to them about what they're eating.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the gym at all. This is the gym right here, okay?
Yeah, that's all you need.
But do some basic strength training. You can do push-ups, you can do plank, which I highly recommend everyone do. And maybe I do a few arm exercises with free weights. That's what I've been doing. Even though we do go to the gym, I don't usually do too much working out there. So we go to the outdoor gym. Okay, and let's see, anything else we can talk about while we're here on this Saturday morning? Tomorrow's Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people are talking about their moms and grandparents, and I wish my grandmother would have known more about healthy eating and didn't end up with diabetes. She might have been able to not only survive the car crash that I was in when I was 3, but she probably would have qualified for hip replacement surgery, and she would have been able to walk again. And instead, she spent the rest of her life in a hospital bed, and I got to help take care of her after school every day. Instead of going to sports and going out trick-or-treating at Halloween, I was taking care of my grandmother. So do what you can to avoid diabetes and heart disease. I don't want to see you getting sad when you think about your parents and grandparents who could have had a totally different life if they knew what we know.
Yeah, absolutely. And all that it takes is an open mind. And that's key. That's a tough thing for a lot of people to do. Comment below, say open mind in the comments if you have one. Because open-mindedness is, unfortunately, it's kind of weird. We're in the age of information. We're broadcasting this out to our audience. Everybody's connected these days. But still, closed-mindedness is definitely a thing. I don't understand, as if, I guess I do understand in a way. I think that a lot of people, especially our age, I'm 54, Denise is 53. You're still 53, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. We were raised in the 70s and 80s. We didn't understand that everyone would be connected like this at some point in time. So we were raised from our youngest years just hearing a lot of things that we thought were the truth that weren't. And we had really no way to know any different. But this is a different era that we're living in, thankfully. And we're glad that you guys are watching us right now, because you need to kind of fill up your ears and your eyes with good influences. And along those lines, I want to remind you all, if you haven't heard, I have a book that's free. It's called Live to 150. The idea is you should be able to double your lifespan, mostly through food. And yes, the food is super important, but you got to also get daily vigorous aerobic exercise like we're doing, 10 to 12,000 steps a day. It's free. liveto150.org. liveto150.org, and you can start it. It's a playlist on our YouTube channel. You can basically listen to it like an audiobook or a podcast. It's hours and hours and hours of information, but it'll fill your mind. That's the thing. I introduce a lot of different concepts in there, but it's about, I know Denise and I talk about this a lot, about how life works, about there's just certain truths about life that you can't ignore. And most of them, as long as you don't ignore them and you act on them appropriately, you benefit. You have such a much more enjoyable life. And again, most of this is about the food. I wish I could tell you, well, no, I don't wish. A lot of people want a magic pill. It's not out there. It's these plants that are growing, you know? The food plants, the mostly whole food plants is what you need to just make the right choices on. And then you get to enjoy your life. That's the benefit. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I have to go through all this work. I gotta relearn everything. Yeah, you do, because most people are not raised from birth like this. Almost no one is. We're seeing vegan people raised from birth, and we are seeing some people that are in this health area, which is a very small portion of the veganism part. And at least it is right now, unfortunately. And sooner or later, there will be people that knew all this. And that's what needs to happen, right? If you were raised like this and you knew all this, Denise, and your parents knew all this before you were born, and you only knew this being raised, do you think you would, you know, have made different choices? I know I would, right?
Definitely. And the book Live to 150 isn't all about food. There are, I think, 7 pillars to lifestyle medicine. Sleep is another one. Exercise.
Well, we get into lifestyle medicine actually on our cruise. We have lifestyle medicine that are board certified doctors. I think there's 6 actually, but regardless of that, that's not in my book. My book is not really a lifestyle medicine book. Our health optimization cruise, though, is an event that you should go to learn about that kind of stuff. But it's all these other habits and things that you do, right? It's like Denise said, it's not just the food. The food is the most important, but I got 150 chapters in that book. Most of them aren't about the food, okay? There's just all these things that you either assumed were right that are wrong, or you were taught incorrectly, or you were never taught, or some kind of combination of that. So you just need to care. That's the theme of this video. Do you care enough to do this? I would hope so, right? I would hope people care. You only get one life that I know of. Do you know of another life that you're guaranteed to get? Guaranteed.
No. When I was celebrating a promotion at work at Erie Insurance one year, and I remember a box of donuts being there, and someone took 2. She says, "I don't care."
Yeah.
That tells me that she considered it and knew it was a bad decision. It was a bad choice, but she didn't care. You have to care.
You told me about another thing recently. You said there was something going on, and people were coming in and filling their whole plates up with one of everything, right?
Yeah, we had a group birthday party right before lunch with 12 people that had birthdays in April and May, and so there were about 15 different boxes of junk food. They had cakes, cookies, 2 different kinds of donuts, and there was a stack of plates. So people got in line and got a plate, and they were starting to pick up multiple items of these and filling the plate like it was a buffet. I don't think that was the intent, but that was what happened, and it wasn't a good thing. But I did not speak up and say, "Hey, this is a bunch of crap. We shouldn't be eating any of it."
It's a deep-seated issue. Those people probably think they really care about themselves, but those are the situations where you need to make a different choice. To show that your body, show your body. Because I talk about this all the time, how non-communicable disease, which is the top 7 of the top 10 causes of death, according to the World Health Organization, you can't catch them. They're mostly modifiable, meaning preventable, haltable, and reversible. But those non-communicable diseases, some of which we mentioned in this video, are just your body trying to get your attention. Say, "Hey, stop doing that. Don't do that anymore. I don't want you to do." No, and most of the food, So those people that were going there, they're going to get these non-communicable diseases, almost guaranteed. You know?
Yeah, if they have habits like that. We should have put out little saucer-sized plates, and there was a bowl of tangerines, but people were taking a tangerine and a slice of cake and a donut and a cookie. And
How about just tangerines? Just tangerines.
I was the only one one who just took a tangent.
All right, good idea. Good. Thank you for setting the right example.
Yeah.
So that's it. We just got to make it a thing that this is caring about yourself. This is caring about yourself. What you put in, you are what you eat. Health is the real wealth. All this stuff. It's true. And we know it all now. Know it all. Compared to what we knew in the 70s and 80s, we do know it all at this point in time, I'd say, right? We don't know it all, but we know so much more. We got most of this stuff down now. So follow us on all the different social medias, aPlantBasedDiet.org. We actually accept donations. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We would very much appreciate that. You can donate to us on Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle, I think. All on our website, aPlantBasedDiet.org, and just find the giving tab. We also have an email newsletter there. Go to the newsletter. There's a tab there on the aPlantBasedDiet.org website. You'll find out about the Health Optimization Cruise, other restaurant events that we have, other things that we have.
Farm to table.
Plants to table events. So thanks for hanging with us. We're going to go explore and do a different hike now. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.